Greetings, this is Earthman, Origami's Living Soil, knowing that God is a great God and He is in love with us. He loves us. He loves us so dearly that He gave His Son freely, even though we were still sinners. Well, what do we have here? We have here IMO2, IMO3, alfalfa meal. Oh, and I don't have my cup of molasses. I have a cup of molasses downstairs, but you get the picture. Just try to imagine in your head a cup of molasses with about 2 to 3 tablespoons of molasses in it. So, what I do have here is my 5-gallon bucket. And what I do is I'm going to put about a cup, I would say a cup and a half of my this leftover IMO2, and about 2 cups or so of IMO3, and then about a half a cup to 3/4 cup of alfalfa meal. And then with the molasses, and then I'm gonna put that all in there. I was gonna put some stinging nettle in there, just to add a little extra nitrogen, and some horsetail for silica, but I could not find that. But that is also highly recommended, to looking into natural herbs that God provides, and as you know, for your your different teas. I have not been doing a tea as many as I could or should have been. Been a very busy summer for me with my family and everything. God bless that. I'm very happy to have a family. And so what we have here is my IMO2, which I'm going to do another video and show you guys my IMO chamber. Is basically what that is. I take rice, cooked rice left over from dinner, or just purposely cooked. Any type of rice I've discovered will work. You put this in a box with your soil samples, your different soil things that you know, different areas. You got your different soil samples from different trees in a forest, on the side of a hill, in a place where it's really rich and spongy, rich in mycocillin, and just go around in your leaf mold and just get a whole bunch of different type of sources of IMOs. And that's something you got to do your research on. And you put that in with some good compost, and I put a lot of other stuff in there, and I'll talk about that again down the road. But that's your basic source. Just go around getting different indigenous microbes from different areas in your neck of the woods that will stand up to your weather and all that environment. And so you put that in your little chamber, and you wait about a week or so, maybe a little less, depending on the temperature, and some mycocillin foam, white foam, will form on the top. You'll know it. And it'll be white. It might have a little coloration here and there, but maybe grayish, or but mostly white. And that is done. And you mix that. Say you put in there 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of cooked rice. You will put in there 1 cup of brown sugar, and you mix the two together, and there you go. And it's ready. And this will last you for 6 months to a year. I'll tell you. After about, I'll tell you the truth, after 6 months, it's kind of getting green. But I still use it, and it still works out good. But if you see any other black color or smell, a foul smell, do not use it. Something's gone wrong. And so I let it sit for like a couple weeks, and then it's ready to go. And then I made my IMO3, and basically is what I'm showing you. The tea, I'm going to make a tea, a real strong tea. And I mixed with, and then I added some additional molasses to make the tea, and then additional molasses to the tea after it's been done, and then mix that with wheat bran and make my IMO3. And then alfalfa meal is a nice source of nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. Not the most even number across, but it is a nice tea, and it's got a lot of other good stuff in it too. So I'm going to put my fish bubblers in there, fish stones, air stones, and bubble this for about 24 hours. And then this will, it's about 4 gallons of water. I'm going to add this to about 100 gallons of water, and then water stuff down the road. And so that's what I'm going to do now. and I hope that you would try these different techniques. You don't need fertilizer. All you need is good, rich, deep soil that's, and that could be, doesn't need to be completely replaced. You can always just use what you got and just inoculate it and add to it. Add some good sources of humic acid. Matter of fact, there's a company called Humic Harvest that make a beautiful organic humic acid that'll really soften up any hard ground and add organic matter to your soil. And I'm going to get some of that next year. They're very friendly over there, and their stuff is great. And so, you know, that's basically how I do it. I'm sorry about the long video, but agriculture is important to all of us. We all got to eat, and it's not looking good, my friends. The times are getting ugly. It's time for each one of us to have a victory garden, so that way we are not dependent on the government to help us through the hard times, so we can depend ourselves as Americans. That's not what they want, though, but that's a different story. May God bless you and your family.